Well, we're still working away hard as can be on Module 1, Unit 1, Lesson 1, a vocabulary lesson. And this is Activity 8. So we're talking about presenting vocabulary. It says in Activity 5, the teacher used a picture to present the meaning of the new word, but there are other ways of presenting meaning. Think of effective ways to present the meaning of these 9 words. You may need to check the meaning of the words in a dictionary if you don't know what they are. And then we get to watch Scott Thornbury talk about how he would present these words in the video below. Okay, so we'll compare our ideas with Scott's. This sounds like it'll be fun.
Excellent. So let me ask you, how would you deal with the word socket? Would you use a mime, a gesture, a picture, the real thing, definition, explanation, or situation?
Yeah, I'd probably just point to the real thing because it's right near my desk. And I'm constantly looking for a socket, as are students these days, trying to plug in their phones.
Right. The other way, is, of course, is to ask the students if anyone can see a socket around.
Oh, good. Yep. Yep. Point to a socket, ladies. Yeah. Number 2, reliable.
Socks.
What was that?
Some students point to their socks when you ask them.
That's right. Their short sock, my socket. Reliable. How would you do that one?
Yeah, reliable. I think I'm going to actually like to use a situation with the definition or explanation.
Me too. Yeah.
So maybe situation first.
Yeah. My brother is not reliable. Yeah. Yesterday, he said he would phone me from Canada, but he didn't. The day before, he said, so something like that.
Nice.
A bit of exaggeration. Can you hop?
I definitely think I'm going to be doing that one.
Yeah.
Glacier, I've got to go for a picture.
Okay.
Can't pull one out just on cue.
Right.
Good to prepare some stuff.
Oh, a test tube.
Ugh.
I usually keep one in my bag, but I don't have one today. What would I do? Yeah, a picture I think might be the easiest.
Yeah. If there was
I wonder, the other one might be something like a test tube baby. Might be something that they've heard of. So that's a weird word, but it might be like a collocation they know.
Yeah, so maybe a situation or definition would be familiar.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, picture or the real thing.
Oh.
Out of your bag.
Yep. How about a frown, Phil? Yeah. Easy peasy. And slam. I always do no violence, and I always get girls giggling when I say no violence in class. A dungeon.
I like to use the real thing for this one.
Yeah. Ladies, stand up. We're heading to the dungeon. No, yeah, I guess a picture.
Yeah, and sometimes it may need a little explanation or situation definition to distinguish from prison.
I can't wait to hear how Scott's going to address all of these.
Yeah, indeed. I'm curious.
Embarrassed. Easy. Situation's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think we all have an embarrassing story we can tell.
We all had toilet paper on our shoes or somewhere sticking to us at some point in our lives.
Okay. And so we don't click finish quiz yet because we don't see what Scott says.
Let's go full screen on Scott.
Here we go.
Looking good, Scott.
Okay, let's have a look at these words and how we would present them, starting with socket. Well, most rooms have a socket somewhere around, so I would use the real thing. For reliable, maybe it's easiest to get this across with some kind of situation. So, for example, a friend of yours who is very reliable, they're always on time. You can always count on them when you need something, that kind of thing. just to give some kind of situational background. For hop, well, I mean, mime, I think, is the easiest way of getting that across. Glacier, I think I would give an exclamation or definition. It's a river of ice. You find it in the mountains. Maybe give an example if there's one local. Test tube, I think I would draw this on the board. It's not that difficult to draw. So a picture. And frown, well, if you can frown, you can mime it, and maybe with a little bit of explanation attached. Frowning is when you're not happy, when you're thinking, etc. For slam, I would again use gesture, using the door, the real thing, but using gesture to show the activity itself. And a dungeon, well, again, maybe just a definition or explanation. It's a big room at the bottom of a castle, very dark and damp, and that's where prisoners were kept. And finally, embarrassed, again, maybe a situation sometime when you were embarrassed yourself. For example, when you met a friend in the street, you had to introduce them and you couldn't remember their name, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing my students would go, what's a prisoner? in the dungeon example, and so it's a kind of a context thing.
Yeah, so it's always important to stay aware of the words that our learners already use and know, so they can have easier words to explain new words. And
it's great that we both went when he said draw a picture of a test tube.
Yes.
I guess we out-thunk ourselves, thinking too much on that one.
Right. And my students know that I make up for my poor drawing skills with stickmen. Yeah.
No, it's good to see Scott in video. He's got lots of them in this course, so it's fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
okay.
Right.
So here we can go back and we can think about what did Scott say. He said socket was the real thing.
Yeah.
Reliable situation, mime for hop. Glacier was just a little different. He went for a definition or explanation, right?
Yeah.
And then everything else, I believe, was the same.
Yeah.
Except for dungeon.
Right.
So then we can double check.
Slide up and you'll have the view questions.
There we go.
9 out of 9.
Okay. And if any of these weren't correct, then they will show up as red.
Yeah. We should try to make a mistake at some point.
Okay. I think later on it won't be that hard.
That's right. We're full of mistakes. We just haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, or just sometimes just different answers with a different opinion or reason.
Thanks, Phil. See ya.
Thank you.